Welcome, fellow explorers, to a journey into the darker side of nature, where beauty and danger often walk hand in hand. We usually think of fruits as sweet, nourishing, and healthy gifts from the earth. But what if I told you some of them harbor lethal secrets? Throughout history, countless explorers, scientists, and even unsuspecting villagers have encountered fruits that are not just inedible, but deadly. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most poisonous fruits in the world. Fruits that look fascinating, sometimes even delicious, yet conceal toxins powerful enough to cause paralysis, organ failure, or even death. So, grab your sense of adventure, and let's dive into the forbidden orchard. Kicking off our list at number 10 are the pokeweed berries, found growing wild across North America. These plants produce dark purple clusters that look a lot like edible berries you might find in a forest. But don't be fooled by their tempting appearance. Pokeweed berries are loaded with phytolactotoxins. Ingesting them can lead to severe gastrointestinal distress, difficulty breathing, and even convulsions. While some parts of the plant are eaten in certain regions after very specific preparation, the berries remain a significant risk. Even cooking doesn't always neutralize the danger, making this a plant to admire from a distance. Coming in at number 9 is the Cerbera odolum, a fruit with a chilling nickname, the suicide fruit, found primarily in India and Southeast Asia. This fruit has been linked to hundreds of poisonings over the centuries. It looks deceptively like a small, harmless mango or guava, but its innocent appearance hides a deadly secret. The fruit contains a potent toxin called cherberin, which directly interferes with the heart's electrical impulses, causing cardiac arrests. For generations, it was used in local rituals and, tragically, as a method of execution or Its deadly reputation is well earned, making it one of the most infamous fruits on our list. At number 8, we find the berries of the yew tree. You've probably seen these evergreen trees in parks and gardens, decorated with bright red, fleshy cups called arrows. These arrows surround the seeds and are, surprisingly, the only non-toxic part of the plant. They look attractive and are even a bit sweet. However, the seed inside is highly poisonous. It contains a cocktail of toxic alkaloids, primaryl toxin, which can disrupt the heart's rhythm and cause sudden cardiac failure, while birds and some other animals can eat the berries and pass the seeds harmlessly. For humans, just a handful of chewed seeds can be lethal. A perfect example of a beautiful but deadly trap. Next on our list, at number 7, is the horse chestnut, also known as the conker. These glossy brown nuts, encased in spiky green shells, look strikingly similar to edible chestnuts. You might find them scattered on the ground in parks and forests during the autumn. But this is a classic case of mistaken identity. Horse chestnuts contain a toxic compound called Eating them can lead to symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, and in more severe cases, confusion, and even paralysis. While they are a beloved part of children's games in some countries, they are absolutely not for human consumption. Always be sure you know the difference between the edible sweet chestnut and its poisonous look-alike. Our number 6 spot goes to the elderberry. Now, this one might surprise you, because elderberries are famous for their medicinal uses, and are often found in delicious syrups, jams, and wines. And it's true, when properly cooked, elderberries are perfectly safe and beneficial. The danger lies in the raw berries, stems, and leaves, especially when they're unripe. These parts of the plant contain cyanogenic glycosides, which your body can metabolize into cyanide. Consuming a large quantity of raw elderberries can lead to nausea, vomiting, headaches, and other symptoms of poisoning. So, while you can enjoy that elderberry pie, remember that cooking is the key that unlocks its safety. Never eat them raw from the bush. Breaking into our top 5 is the jatropha fruit, sometimes called the physic nut. Growing in tropical regions around the world, this fruit looks like a small, unassuming berry or nut. However, it is packed with highly toxic compounds, including a protein called quercetin. Farmers in these areas often have to warn children not to play with or eat these fruits. Ingesting even a few seeds can cause severe, intense diarrhea and abdominal pain, leading to dangerous dehydration that can be fatal if left untreated. Despite its toxicity, the plant is cultivated for the oil from its seeds, which is used for biofuel, adding another layer to its complex story. At number 4, we have the fruit of the strychnine tree. The name itself should send shivers down your spine. This small, bitter, orange-colored fruit contains the infamous poison strychnine, a neurotoxin so potent it was historically used in rat poison and as a pesticide. Even a very small dose of strychnine can cause terrifying and painful symptoms, including violent muscle spasms, uncontrollable convulsions, and ultimately death by respiratory failure as the muscles that control breathing become Despite its extremely lethal nature, parts of the tree have been used in some traditional medicine systems, but only with extreme caution and expert knowledge. This is a fruit that truly lives up to its deadly reputation. Claiming the number 3 spot is the yellow oleander fruit. The oleander plant is admired worldwide for its beautiful, vibrant flowers, making it a common ornamental shrub. Yet, behind this beauty lies a deadly secret. Every part of the plant, including its fruit and seeds, is loaded with powerful cardiac liquid. These toxins directly affect the heart, and consuming them can lead to an irregular heartbeat, dizziness, vomiting, and in severe cases, complete cardiac arrest. Tragically, accidental poisonings are not uncommon, especially among children who might be attracted to the fruit's bright and curious appearance. It is a stark reminder that even the most beautiful plants in our gardens can be incredibly dangerous. Our runner-up at number 2 is the ackee fruit. Native to West Africa, ackee is famously known as a key ingredient in Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish. So, how can a national delicacy be so high on a list of poisonous fruits? The answer lies in timing. When fully ripe, the ackee fruit opens up to reveal its creamy yellow flesh, which is perfectly safe and delicious to eat. However, the unripe fruit, and even the seeds of the ripe fruit, contain a powerful toxin called hypoglycemia A. This toxin prevents the body from producing glucose, leading to a condition known as Jamaican vomiting sickness. Symptoms include severe nausea, seizures, coma, and in many cases, it can be fatal. The delicate line between ripe and unripe makes this fruit both a celebrated delicacy and a deadly risk. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number 1 most poisonous fruit in the world is the manchineel fruit, often called the little apple of death. Found along the tropical coasts of Florida, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. This tree is so toxic that it's often marked with warning signs. The fruit itself looks like a small, green apple, tempting an unsuspecting passer, but taking even a single bite can cause agonizing blistering of the mouth and throat, severe stomach pain, and potentially fatal complications. In fact, every single part of the manchineel tree is poisonous. Standing under it during a rainstorm can cause your skin to blister from the dripping water. The milky sap can cause blindness if it gets in your eyes. Indigenous peoples historically used this sap to poison the tips of their arrows, a testament to just how dangerous this tree truly is. From the little apple of death to the suicide fruit, these 10 plants show us that nature is not only generous but also fiercely protective. They remind us that appearances can be incredibly deceiving, and what seems sweet and harmless might be hiding a deadly secret. This knowledge isn't meant to make you afraid of the natural world, but to foster respect and encourage caution. Curiosity and wisdom must always go hand in hand when exploring nature's bounty. Thank you so much for joining us on this thrilling and eye-opening journey. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Stay curious and stay safe out there.